Racing is fast and exciting at the picturesque Woodbine and Woodbine Mohawk Park racetracks in Ontario, Canada. Woodbine Standardbred, home of the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic.
Pebble Beach in Iran.
And Woodbine Thoroughbred, home of the historic King's Plate.
But the mighty filly has devastated them.
Full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. Play Woodbine Thoroughbred and Woodbine Standardbred today at your favorite wagering location.
Saturday night at Los Alamitos, it's the biggest race of the season, the Grade 1 Champion of Champions. It's the most prestigious quarter horse race in the nation. And as always, the Champion of Champions features an all-star cast led by defending winner and reigning world champion Impressive, plus two-time Champion of Champions winner Apolitical Pence. The field will also feature Los Alamitos Super Derby winner Jericho, multiple Grade 1 winners Scoops Dynasty, and 6 other stars. Our first post on Saturday night follows the final race of our daytime racing program. And as always, every Saturday and Sunday night features 2 of night racing's best bets, the early and late pick 4s. Looking for a great spot to enjoy the Champion of Champions? The Bessels Club is a great table just for you. Inside seating and patio tables are available. For reservations, call 714-820-2681. And of course, Burghardt Sports Bar is open for every live racing program. It's the Grade 1 Champion of Champions, Impressum versus Apolitical Pence. It's the race of the year at Los Alamitos.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Celebrating over 2 decades of consecutive broadcasts on the great game of horse racing in Las Vegas, the Race Day Las Vegas show thanks all of our listeners and sponsors for your appreciated support.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf flow, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning.
All righty, welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday morning. We're coming to you live and direct from the South Point studios here at the South Point Hotel Casino on the fabulous strip here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this place has been jumping, and it's going to continue to be jumping throughout the National Finals Rodeo. The Cowboys, this is one of the epicenters for the Cowboys, and they're not only staying here, but partying here and all that. And they do have several events that happen here as well. It's just a fun time to be here, that's for sure. Parking lot's full of a lot of those big cowboy pickup trucks, that's for sure. And they're having a great time. We welcome and enjoy the National Finals Rodeo and all the fine folks that come with them here to Las Vegas. And, of course, we'll mix in a little bit of sports like the Army-Navy game today. And, of course, a whole bunch of horse racing as well. Just everything happening here, that's for sure. We welcome you to the show. We come to you live and direct from this gaming capital over a multitude of platforms. Now, our platforms RacedayLasVegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. You have your iPhone and your Android with the KSHP radio station phone app. You can hear us on your devices. And, of course, we're podcasting all over the place. And now with the South Point Studio TV website and streaming, we're also here. But more importantly, we are on YouTube. We want everybody out there listening or watching this show now, do me a favor. We want you to subscribe to YouTube for us at the South Point here. The subscription is free, and you get all this good stuff going on besides this show, everything else that happens here at the South Point Studios. Go to YouTube, go to South Point Studio, get there, click it on, subscribe to the feeds, and we really appreciate that. All right, the weather here in Las Vegas, hey, it was cold out there. It was cold when I was walking through the parking lot getting here this morning. 38 degrees. My goodness. Going to get up to 55. It's going to be a little chilly out there. Always fast, firm, and perfect, though, in the race and sports hooks here. Remember that. And, of course, across the country, especially now in New Orleans, where the big championship day of racing is going to occur, the Louisiana Champions Day. I saw a tweet that came out this morning with the horses working out on the track there. It was foggy, but it didn't look like there was too much of anything else in the atmosphere. But I can tell you right now, throughout Louisiana, going up through the Southwest, going up through Kentucky, and going up through Ohio, Pennsylvania, right up through New York, etc., there's going to be strong winds, soaking rain, and some snow in those areas coming. So we'll wait and see if they will be affected in any of the track conditions today, that's for sure. But overall, for the rest of the country, it looks pretty good. In Southern California, where Los Alamitos is at, 73 degrees. Going to be 73 today. 80 degrees in Miami. Oh, my. And, of course, in New York City, 56. Of course, here we're going to get around 55. But the weather conditions, always fast, firm here. And, of course, today, there's a lot of great racing going on. But the big racing today is the Louisiana Champions Day racing at the fairgrounds. All the different divisions, the Classic, the Juvenile, the Distaff, the ladies sprint, the ladies starter, the ladies Lassie Stakes, and the sprint and the starter and the turf. You name it, all the divisions will be covering today. Big day down there at the fairgrounds. And what a day it was yesterday at Oaklawn Park, starting out their big meet there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they got to the first race, and the first race winner paid over $80, $81.80 in a shocker in the first race at Oaklawn. But it settled down after that. The feature race yesterday, the Advent Stakes for 2-year-olds, was won by Valentine Candy, the favorite that we had on the menu yesterday. Valentine Candy paid $5.60 for a familiar team. Ramon Vasquez, the rider, who is down there at Oaklawn, bypassing Los Alamitos this year. And, of course, trainer Steve Asmussen was the trainer. And the thing about today, if you want to look at Oaklawn today, it's going to be really fun because the Asmussen fan and the fans and the Asmussen family is going to be well represented today. Steve Asmussen will be giving his sons, both Keith James Asmussen and Eric Asmussen, both riding mounts today. So the sons will be riding and the trainer will be training today at Oaklawn Park. And, of course, today's the second day of racing there, as well as Los Alamitos, second day of racing at Los Al. It was a fun day yesterday at Los Alamitos. They got a little pick six carryover. They didn't hit the pick six yesterday at Los Al. But all in all, you had a couple of jockeys that won races overall. Tiago Piera was the only one that had a couple of wins. So theoretically, he's the leading rider right now at Los Al after one day. And down at Gulfstream Park, Paco Lopez checked in with 4 wins at Gulfstream yesterday. So all of that is good stuff. We understand that the New York Racing Association is going to add 2 days to the Aqueduct winter meeting. Now, there are 47 scheduled days of racing at Aqueduct and the upcoming winter meet, 2 more than the previous winter meet, and that thing will start out part of the winter meet there at Aqueduct, etc. And, of course, when you get down to stakes races around the country and the big jockeys, jockey Tyler Gaffalione, Flavian Pratt, and Luis Saez will all be among the riders at Remington Park, and that, of course, in Oklahoma City, on Friday, and for the $300,000 Springboard Mile. So we'll take a check on that next week. But there's a lot of great racing going on this week, that's for sure. And today, again, as we said, not only the Louisiana Champions Day of Racing, but Gulfstream Park will kick in with a couple of stakes races there, the Pulpit and the Wait a While for 2-year-olds. And, of course, Los Alamitos is going to host the Starlet, a Grade 2 for 2-year-olds. The Starlet is a big race there. We'll get more on that from both Bob Mazursky and John Lindo a little bit later on. And, of course, Tampa Bay will have the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders Ocala Sales Stakes, the City of Ocala, and the Florida Sire Stakes there, and the Marion County Stakes as well. And Woodbine will check in with the La Prévision, big stakes race there at Woodbine. So a lot of great stakes racing action to go. All right, I think we got it all settled and set up for you. So why not we go to the first break and get started on today's show? Jonathan Hardoon standing by. Bob Mazursky will be along with us. Rich Eng not with us, but he sent me a pick. We'll be okay. Richie's got his pick. John Lindo will be checking in. So will Jerry Jackowitz. And, of course, we'll have the Clocker Report, Ernie Perry's Clocker Report from Woodbine. A whole lot more on this Saturday show, coming to you live and direct from the South Point studios. Go to YouTube. It's South Point. Subscribe. We'll be right back.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
The racing is fast and exciting at the picturesque Woodbine and Woodbine Mohawk Park racetracks in Ontario, Canada. Woodbine Standardbred, home of the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic.
Pebble Beach in Iran.
And Woodbine Thoroughbred, home of the historic King's Plate.
But the mighty filly has devastated them.
Full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. Play Woodbine Thoroughbred and Woodbine Standardbred today at your favorite wagering location.
Saturday night at Los Alamitos, it's the biggest race of the season, the Grade 1 Champion of Champions. It's the most prestigious quarter horse race in the nation. And as always, the Champion of Champions features an all-star cast led by defending winner and reigning world champion Impressive, plus two-time Champion of Champions winner Apolitical Pence. The field will also feature Los Alamitos Super Derby winner Jericho, multiple Grade 1 winners Scoops Dynasty, and 6 other stars. Our first post on Saturday night follows the final race of our daytime racing program. And as always, every Saturday and Sunday night features 2 of night racing's best bets, the early and late pick 4s. Looking for a great spot to enjoy the Champion of Champions? The Bessels Club is a great table just for you. Inside seating and patio tables are available. For reservations, call 714-820-2681. And of course, Burghardt Sports Bar is open for every live racing program. It's the Grade 1 Champion of Champions, Impressum versus Apolitical Pence. It's the race of the year at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Saturday morning at the South Point Studios here at South Point Hotel Casino. It's a great atmosphere too. You just sit here and you see all the action going on. It's great. By the way, yesterday the pick 6 wasn't hit at Los Alamitos, but the 5 out of 6 paid over $2,000, $2,069.60. So that's good. And I got to get the reaction from our handicappers today that saw Los Al yesterday about that in-play odds that they posted there. I think it's a pretty neat thing. I liked it. I hope they did too. Okay, time to go to the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook simulcast centers, racetracks around the country. We remind you that the first post times we broadcast on this show each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're here in Las Vegas, you'll be here playing in the books today. Not a problem. These will be the first post times that roll out in our race books today. We are in the Pacific time zone. However, and of course, that's for all the folks listening at KSHP, 1400 and 107.1 FM. Now, if you're listening on any of the other platforms that we have all over the place now, and you're in another time zone, adjust to the Pacific time zone. I don't want you to miss anything. Don't want you to miss making a bet because you missed the post time. Pacific post times, all right? Don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, here we go. You ready? The menu for today. We begin with Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park has 11 races today. The two scheduled stakes races are the Wait a While Stakes. Sixth race on the card, $100,000, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. 10 go to the post. 8-5 favorite there is Ozara with Irad Ortiz Jr. That's the favorite in the Wait a While. Then we go to the 11th and final race, the second of the two stakes races today. They're both for 2-year-olds. The Wait a While is for 2-year-old fillies. The 2-year-olds will take the stage in the 11th race, the $100,000 Pulpit Stakes at 7.5 furlongs on the turf. 11 there. And the 9-5 favorite there is Noted. And again, Irad Ortiz Jr. is the rider. So Irad Ortiz Jr. might have a big day there. Gulfstream Park's Pick 6 jackpot carryover is $48,457 there at Gulfstream today. All right, next up comes Aqueduct, the big A in New York. And that at Aqueduct, 51 degrees, going to be 54 and mostly cloudy at post time, but the track is fast at Aqueduct. They got a Pick 6 carryover at Aqueduct. As we said, didn't hit it yesterday. Pick 6 carryover, $24,421.85. $21,421.85 today. That is the carryover in the Pick 6 at Aqueduct today. 9 races. The feature race there is the Garland of Roses Stakes. 6 furlongs, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. We have 2 scratches in the original field of 7. In this race, scratch number 1, Disco Ebo, and scratch number 3, Self-Isolation. Numbers 1 and 3 are out of the Garland of Roses. There'll be 5 left to go in that race, and Olga Isabel is the 5-2 favorite there with Manny Franco aboard. 9 races. First post time is at 9:20 today at Aqueduct. Laurel Park is next. Laurel Park has a first post time at 9:25. Let's see about their carryovers there. Don't believe they have. Yeah, they got a small Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $406 at Laurel. First post time is 9:25 at Laurel. Tampa Bay Downs is next. That's where they're having the Florida Stallion Stakes Series. The Marion County at 7 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up is the 6th race on the card. 7 go to the post in this one. The 4-5 favorite is Dean Delivers. And then the Florida Stallion Stakes Series City of Ocala division at 7 furlongs for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up will be the 7th on the card. And in this race, Bluefield is the 8-5 favorite. 10 races today at Tampa Bay. And they've got a Super High 5 carryover at Tampa Bay. That Super High 5 carryover at Tampa Bay, $1,845. And they've got a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $18,522. First post time at Tampa Bay for their 10 races and 2 stakes races set at 9:30. Then we go to the fairgrounds. Big day at the fairgrounds in New Orleans. Yep, it's Louisiana Champions Day. 13 races, 7 are Louisiana Champions Series races that are, of course, all the different divisions. The Classic will be the 5th race. 3-5 favorite there is Touch Upon a Star. You've got the Juvenile as the 7th race. The 8th race will be the Turf. The 9th race will be the Ladies Distaff. The 10th race will be the Ladies Sprint. The 11th race will be the Lassie. The 12th race will be the Sprint. 13 races overall at the fairgrounds. First post time for all the action there is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. at the fairgrounds today. And they have a Pick 6, a regular Pick 6 carryover at the fairgrounds, $3,596. Fairgrounds, first post time, 10 a.m. Woodbine is next, north of the border. Now, Woodbine has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $1,796, and their Super High 5 jackpot carryover is $76,484. 9 races today at Woodbine, And the feature race, of course, is the La Préviant. 8th race on the card at 1/16. 5, just 5 go to the post, but it's a competitive 5. You have Fashionably Fab at even money, and Tito's Calling at 5-2. That the La Préviant today at Woodbine. First post time 10:05. Then we go to Oaklawn Park, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Day 2 at Oaklawn. 10 races there. A couple of nice stakes races. The $150,000 Ring the Bell Stakes at 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. That'll be the 6th race on the card. 9 go to the post in that one. 8-5 favorite is Tejano Twist with Chris Landeros aboard. And then the 9th race will be the $150,000 Mistletoe Stakes at a mile for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. 11 go to the post in that one. Your favorite in that one is at 7-2. It's a wide open race. Ice Orchid with Ricardo Santana aboard. 10 races today at Oaklawn. First post time is 10:30 at Oaklawn Park today, okay? Next comes Golden Gate in Northern California. Big racing card today at Golden Gate. 10 races. The $75,000 Bear Fan Stakes is the 9th and featured. 6 furlongs, fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. 7 go to the post. The 9-5 favorite there is Chancery Way with Evan Roman aboard. 10 races at Golden Gate. Super High 5 carryover there is $2,984. And they've got also a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $29,554 at Golden Gate. First post time, 12:15. And then we go to day 2 at Los Alamitos Thoroughbred. It's going to be a big day at Los Alamitos, not only the afternoon Thoroughbred card with the Grade 2 Starlet on it, but also a big night of racing at Los Alamitos with the Champion of Champions Stakes. We'll get into that with Bob Mazursky in a bit. Los Alamitos has 9 races. First post time, 12:30, and as I said, the Starlet is the featured. That'll be the 9th and final on the card. $200,000 Grade 2 sees a field of 6. The 9-5 favorite in that race is Nothing Like You with Juan Hernandez aboard. Also in the race, Joel Rosario has the mount, and so does Flavian Pratt today in that Starlet at Los Alamitos, 9th and final. First post time, 12:30 at Los Al. And again, they left money on the table yesterday at Los Al in the Pick 6 for day 1. It's a regular Pick 6, the carryover $9,658. Turfway Park kicks in with 9 races. The feature is the My Charmer Stakes at 1/16 for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. It'll be the 7th race on the card. Your 5-2 favorite there is Malfi with Mr. Connor aboard. That's at Turfway Park. And Turfway Park, yeah, no carryover. Yeah, they do. Pick 6 jackpot carryover. Wow. Pick 6 carryover. Jackpot carryover, $108. Can't leave that out. $117,108. First post time Turfway Park is at 2:55. Then we go to Delta Downs. They have 9 races. Their first post time is also at 3:05. 3:05 at Delta Downs. Charlestown Races. They've got 8 races today, and Charlestown will kick in with their first post time at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. at Charlestown with a Pick 6 jackpot carryover of $2,562. Remington Park will be next. Remington Park has 9 races today, and Remington has a first post time of 5:05. 5:05 at Remington Park today. And then we'll wrap it up with the second card of 2 cards today at Los Alamitos. Los Alamitos nighttime card will start at 6 p.m. You got 1 thoroughbred race. That'll be the first race on the card, flowing over from the last race Starlet on the daytime card at Los Al. Then you'll have 1 mixed breed race at 1,000 yards, and then you'll have 6 quarter horse races highlighted by the Champion of Champions. 440 yards for 3-year-olds and up. $750,000 is the pot, and you got last year's winner in there, Impressum, at 8-5 as the favorite to repeat this year. Big day at Los Alamitos. That card starts at 6 o'clock this evening, and that is your racing menu for today. And I'm glad you guys got all your dancing in now. That music. Let's go to Jonathan Ardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
New music, Ralph.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. It was hard for me. It was hard for me to concentrate with all that music going on.
I was listening.
I'm waiting for them to pipe it out into the casino so you could see all the people dancing behind me during the menu. But anyhow, Jonathan, what's up, my man?
Some terrific racing yesterday, some terrific performances. Paco Lopez, 5 mounts at Gulfstream. He won 4 races, and he finished second with his 5th mount. And terrific racing at Oakland. It was opening day, but you had a little of everything for everybody. For some reason, they don't run tomorrow, Ralph. I thought they would. They usually run the whole weekend, but tomorrow they're closed. And if you're looking for prices and you're looking for value, Turfway Park is the place to be. I'm not saying you could hit any of those results. Some of them look pretty wild, to be honest with you. But if you get lucky and you connect the dots, you're going to get paid there. Their pick fives pay humongous. I mean, it's just the payoffs are unbelievable.
Well, I could say this: the Turfway Park, by virtue of now being owned by Churchill Downs and them putting a lot of money into that track and really trying to build up that race meet, their purses are getting large enough for a lot of stables to be stabled there, especially over the winter time. There's a lot of racetracks that don't race on the turf in the wintertime. Anyhow, Turfway Park, believe it or not, Turfway doesn't have a turf course, but it has a main track there. And I think it's competing with purse values, really, with Oak Lawn Park in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And they've got an abundance of fields at Turfway. I mean, they've got full fields almost every day, and especially during the week when you thought it was going to be a little bit light.
Yeah, and Turfway, it's a synthetic track, so, not everybody likes synthetic, but that's what it is. They have no choice because in the winter, obviously, it gets real cold, and they'd be having a lot of days canceled if they didn't have the synthetic, so they went that route, and, it's starting to build momentum. It started a few years ago. They put a lot of money into the track, and let's see what happens, but it's certainly becoming a major meet.
Jonathan, we are always talking about the Davis clan there in New York with, Robbie Davis, Caddy Davis, and all the rest of the riders.
Jackie Davis,
and Dylan Davis,
and husband Trevor McCarthy.
Trevor McCarthy, and then you got all an offspring of Robbie Davis, who was a hell of a rider back in my time over there in New York. Now you got the same thing kind of starting at Oak Lawn Park, where Steve Asmussen. And once upon a time was a rider, but he got too heavy and too big. But he's a hell of a trainer, the leading trainer in the United States of all time. Now he's got the kids riding. Keith Asmussen has been riding for a while, and now he's got his other son, Eric Asmussen. So they're starting to surround the racing too there in Oakland.
And the interesting thing is Keith got his 62nd win, and the father, who rode for a while, like you said, before he became a great trainer. Yeah. He also only had 62 wins or something in his short career. So he grew too fast and, he moved upstairs, I guess, to be a trainer. And obviously one of the greatest trainers of all times.
Well, we know they're not having any strawberry shortcake for dessert. That's for sure.
Not in that family.
No, not at all. All right. Let's take a look at some of the races today. Why don't we go to New York first at Aqueduct?
By the way, the weather is beautiful in New York. Tomorrow, it's not going to be so beautiful. They're expecting a storm to come in, mostly rain and things like that, and very windy. So hopefully they'll get the cart in tomorrow. But today it should be okay. I mean, the sun is shining, and it's actually in the 50s, Ralph. And we're going to look at the 9th race today at 7 furlongs on the main track. And I like the number 2 horse in here, Call Her Bluff. This is a 2-year-old filly from the Rudy Rodriguez barn, Ruben Silvera, aboard to ride. She's listed at 6-1 on the morning line. She has 4 career starts, and she's improved in each and every one of them. Number 2, Call Her Bluff, wins today's 9th and final out at Aqueduct.
All right. In the 9th and final race, we're gonna try to get dinner money with that one. In the 9th race, number 2, Call Her Bluff, at a nice 6-1 on the morning line. The 2 in the 9th race. This is a race for maiden 2-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs. You like the 2, Call Her Bluff, and that'll be at the 9th race at Aqueduct. What else?
Let's go to Oak Lawn Park and look at race number 10. It's an allowance race, and the purse, Ralph, $140,000.
Allowance race, $140,000 for an allowance race. Man, they're giving away money there.
Wow. Yeah, and again, it's a full field, Ralph, a full field of 12. There's an also eligible, so there will be a late scratch in there. But I like the number 9 horse in here, Affable Monarch. This is a 4-year-old gelding from the Dan Ward barn, and people that remember Jerry Hollendorfer. Dan Ward was his assistant for, I would say, over 20 years. He went out on his own this summer, and he's actually had a lot of success. Nick Juarez is aboard to ride. This horse is coming off of a freshening. He's been gelded since his last start. He's listed at 12-1 on the morning line. There's a ton of early speed in this race to set things up for this horse. I like number 9, Affable Monarch. 12-1 on the morning line to upset and win today's 10th and final out at Oaklawn.
All right, so you're giving us horses in the final race at both places. Number 9, Affable Monarch, is the pick in the 10th race at Oaklawn Park. A nice, juicy 12-1 on the morning line, Jonathan. Let's get this one home, and we'll be not a problem to pick up the tab for several people at dinner with that one, that's for sure. Affable Monarch in the 10th at Oaklawn. I know that you said the racing was fantastic yesterday at Oaklawn. Were there any biases that we have to talk about?
It was really pretty even. I mean, you could win from both, from on the lead or off the lead. The track looked and played well. I mean, it was safe, no problems. So whenever you go through a whole day without any problems, that's a good thing.
Now, Jonathan, before I let you go, because I have Bob Mazursky standing by, the new posting of odds based on the payoffs in the race over race gimmicks to give you a better idea of what the horse may close at post time. It is not a current odds; it's a predicted odds based on the pools in those pools, the pick 6, pick 3, etc. That they posted yesterday at Los Alamitos, and they did a great job with the graphics, telling you that these are the posted odds and these are the current
official odds.
Yeah,
right.
What'd you think of it?
Listen, the truth, I didn't see any major drops on the board, so I guess something's working. It could be coincidental that yesterday CAW took the day off. I'm not sure, but we didn't see those drastic price drops, and that's important. So maybe it's working. I mean, we're going to need to get a bigger sample than one day, but so far, so good. And again, anything they could do, and hats off to Los Al for giving it a shot. They have to fix the problem, and if this works, it would only be great news.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the concept itself and how how it was presented on TV. I thought was a great thing.
Terrific. Yeah. It really was. It made it simple. Yeah. It wasn't confusing. No. Even if you're not a computer whiz or whatever, you understood what they were doing, and that they made it simple. They really did.
They certainly did, and for guys like me, simple is good. That's
me
for sure.
Too.
All right, thanks a lot, Jonathan. Appreciate it, and tell everybody where they can get. You did 4 sheets today. You got Oaklawn Park, you have Aqueduct, of course, you have Los Alamitos, of course, and you also did Gulfstream, right?
Yeah, at the website JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
Let's get some winners, Jonathan. Thank you. All right, now we're going to go to Bob Mazursky. What do I see you wear? You got a Green Bay Packers shirt on, Bob?
Yes, I've been a fan since I was a kid. So, yes.
Right. Well, what about Mr. Love? You think he's the new guy?
Well, a month or so ago, I didn't think so, but he's played much better recently. So we'll see. I mean, he's had very little experience, so hopefully he's getting better, and we'll continue this progress throughout the rest of the season. We'll see what happens, in the future. But right now, I feel a little bit more optimistic than I did a month ago.
All right. So much for the Green Bay Packers, looking up for the pack there. Okay, well, it was a hell of a day yesterday at Los Al. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we had a lot of some favorites win, and we had 4 horses that paid over $20. We had a horse that paid over $40. We had a horse that paid over $60. So that's why we have a carryover into today. So, there was something for everyone yesterday, I'll say.
Yes, and I think that proved out then with those prices and the way the racing was going on that the track was very fair.
No, it was fair. The horse that won the last race yesterday, Wool Buddy, who was coming out of the nighttime races, came from way out off the pace, and there were other horses that were up close and won. So, yeah, it was pretty fair yesterday.
Now, Bob, Los Alamitos, people who are racing fans are going to have to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, and maybe a late cocktail, too, because you got 2 great racing programs. The first one, of course, the thoroughbred program in the afternoon, and the nighttime program is, that's going to be a monster, too.
No, absolutely. The Champion of Champions will be a great race. You have Apolitical Pence and Impressum going at it again. Impressum won this race last year. They've split decisions over the last 4 times they've met. They've each won twice. So they're obviously the 2 horses to beat. It'll be a good way to wrap up the night with that as the feature race tonight.
Now, the carryover in the Pick Six obviously is for the afternoon program, right?
That is correct.
All right. Now,
that is correct.
You got the big champion of champions tonight, the big race for the quarter horses, but you got a pretty darn good big race at the thoroughbreds. It comes in the last race there. I guess you're going to try to push the people from that last race on the daytime card to go to the first race on the nighttime card, which is the only thoroughbred race on the card, so you kind of ease into the nighttime card. But the Starlet for 2-year-old fillies at 1 mile and 16th will be the 9th and final race on the card. There's 6 in the race, and I got to tell you, it's a competitive race for 2-year-olds. And, man, you got some really talented riders going to horseback there for this $200,000 purse tonight.
Yeah, Juan Hernandez, who's our all-time leading winning stakes rider with 14. He's on the favorite in the race, Nothing Like You for Bob Baffert, who's trying to win this race for the 7th year in a row. You know, she comes off back-to-back wins. She won the Desi Arnaz at Del Mar last month, going 7-8. She's stretching back out to 2 turns. She's already won going 2 turns. We have Chattelis, who comes out of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, had a rough trip that day, won a Grade 2 at Santa Anita prior to that, the Chandelier. And then Grazia, the other Bob Baffert horse, she was a very impressive first-out winner. She's stretching out. She gets Pratt, since Hernandez sticks with Nothing Like You. So, yeah, those 3 should make for an interesting race. Then you have a couple maidens in there. Rosario's riding a maiden for Doug O'Neill, Pacific Rose, who was supplemented to the race. We have Flynn's Chance for Richard Mandela. So, yeah, it should be a competitive race. And personally, I went for Grazia. I know it's tough to stretch out after one sprint, but she's got the pedigree to do it. And I think has a chance to be a really nice filly.
All right, Bob. Well, let's get an official pick for the show from you. And a real quick thought about who you think is going to win the Champion of Champions, too.
I like Apolitical at Pence just because I like him being drawn outside the other horse. I think it'll be very, very close. Preston, I have all the respect in the world for it, but he's drawn down in the 2-hole. I just like the horse that's out in the cozier post, so I'm going to go for Apolitical Pence. My pick of the day at the Los Al will be in the 5th race. I like number 6, Sign of the Cross. It's only a 6-horse field, but there's 3 horses in here who need the lead to run their best races, so I'm hoping they're going to mix it up early, and he can be along in time. He's a 2-time winner over the track. So number 6, Sign of the Cross in race 5. He's 4-1 on the morning line.
And it's the 5th race, of course. That'll be the final race in the pick 5 and the final race in the early pick 4 as well. Sign of the Cross. Let's make a Sign of the Cross and get him home a winner. 5th race, the 6-horse. Tell everybody where they can get the rest of your thoughts and selections.
Yeah, I'm at todaysracingdigest.com every racing day, making selections for Southern California, and also in the Southern California news group papers doing a graded handicap. That includes the LA Daily News, Pasadena Star News, and Orange County Register, among others.
All right. You got it. Thanks a lot, Bob. Have a great day, great afternoon, great evening, and whatever at Los Al today.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Ralph. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. You got it, my man. When we come back after our break, we're going to get Rich Ang's selections. And I'll give you Ernie Perry's Clocker selections as well as Woodbine. So don't go away. We got plenty more.
Who is there for the families left behind when a service member or first responder dies or is catastrophically injured in the line of duty? Who helps our nation's homeless veterans? And who helps our nation keep its vow to never forget 9/11? The Tunnel to Towers Foundation. More than 95 cents of every dollar you donate to Tunnel to Towers goes to its programs. This charity keeps its word. Honor our nation's greatest heroes. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org.
The racing is fast and exciting at the picturesque Woodbine and Woodbine Mohawk Park racetracks in Ontario, Canada. Woodbine Standardbred, home of the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic.
Pebble Beach in Iran.
And Woodbine Thoroughbred, home of the historic King's Plate.
But the mighty filly has devastated them.
Full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. Play Woodbine Thoroughbred and Woodbine Standardbred today at your favorite wagering location.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to get you more picks. Let's start out with Rich Ang's picks. His pick today at Los Alamitos. Want to remind you that Richie is away for the weekend celebrating his birthday with his family, but his selections for Los Alamitos right where they're always at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. Just go ahead and go to the racedaylasvegas.com websites, click Richie's icon. You get his selections for all the races today. He left me this pick for you. In the 7th race today at Los Alamitos, Rich likes number 3, Red Cross Knight. This one is 4-1 on the morning line. Edwin Maldonado rides. He said, listen, this is a horse for course. He's 2 for 2 at Los Alamitos and a square price. So in the 7th race, Rich likes the 3, Red Cross Knight at Los Alamitos, the 3 and the 7. Now we'll go to Ernie Perry's Clocker reports at Woodbine. Remember, Woodbine wraps up their meet on December 17th, so they're getting down to the nitty-gritty there. He has one selection for his picks today at Woodbine. At Woodbine, Ernie Perry goes to the 6th race, and in the 6th race, he likes number 10, Spell Check. 6-1 on the morning line with Justin Stein aboard. Number 10, Spell Check. Said the horse worked 49 from the gate, and the work tab has been good, he said, and this is for trainer Josie Carroll. He thinks this is a good spot for this maiden 2-year-old filly at 6.5 furlongs. 6th race, the 10, Spell Check, is Ernie Perry's Clocker report at Woodbine today. All right, we're going to take our final break. When we come back, of course, you know we'll have John and Jerry, so don't go away. We continue on this Saturday Race Day Las Vegas radio program.
Saturday night at Los Alamitos, it's the biggest race of the season, the Grade 1 Champion of Champions. It's the most prestigious quarter horse race in the nation. And as always, the Champion of Champions features an all-star cast led by defending winner and reigning world champion Impressive, plus 2-time Champion of Champions winner Apolitical Pence. The field will also feature Los Alamitos Super Derby winner Jericho, multiple Grade 1 winners Scoops Dynasty, and 6 other stars. Our first post on Saturday night follows the final race of our daytime racing program. And as always, every Saturday and Sunday night features 2 of night racing's best bets, the early and late pick 4s. Looking for a great spot to enjoy the Champion of Champions? The Vessels Club is a great table just for you. Inside seating and patio tables are available. For reservations, call 714-820-2681. And of course, Burgart Sports Bar is open for every live racing program. It's the Grade 1 Champion of Champions, Impressum versus Apolitical Pence. It's the race of the year at Los Alamitos.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas to wrap it up for you on this Saturday before we cut you loose out there and enjoy all the great sports and all the great stuff and great horse racing we have on this Saturday, this 9th day of December. Going to John Lindo now. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. It's great to be in the studio here. I know that you come out to Las Vegas a lot because you have a second home here, and I can't wait till we get you in studio for sure.
I will get out. As soon as I get out there, I'll stop on in. I love that studio. It's a great place to do it, and it's a very short walk to the race book, which is good for me.
Yeah, that's right. That's for sure. Your thoughts about what happened yesterday at Los Al?
I thought speed was good yesterday. It's a lot of horses get to the lead and carry all the way to the wire. I like the new graphic with the projected odds. They weren't 100% accurate, but as you saw late in the betting, the odds tended to trend toward what the projected odds were going to be. So I thought it was more accurate than the tote board, and that's what we're trying to give the public.
Yeah, no question about that. I took a glance several times on the tote board when they on the TV signal, I should say, simulcast signal, when they were showing it, and it was not confusing at all. You knew exactly what one was against the other, and I think this could be something that other tracks are going to adopt.
Well, yeah, and if it works at Los Alamitos, where the pools aren't as big as a Santa Anita or a Del Mar,
Yeah.
then it should work where there's a little less fluctuation with more money in the pools at the bigger tracks.
Now, John, you have, of course, your sheet for today at Los Alamitos. The Linda Report is available right here, folks, right here, right back there at the race book here, next to the sports book, but it's in the race book. John Lindo's Linda Report covers all the races, selections, and all the races today at Los Alamitos. A suggested late pick 4 that, by the way, he hits more often than not, but you do a good job with that, John. And all the goody information that we talk about at Los Alamitos on one comprehensive sheet. It is here at the South Point in the race book every Southern California racing day, and then some for other special racetracks around the country. It's free of charge, exclusively complimentary here at the South Point because they love horse players and they like John Lindo's product for sure. And John, talking about the Lindo Report today, you put something extra in there, didn't you?
I did. The Champions Meet is underway at Gulfstream Park. People enjoy that. They're back on the turf finally in Florida. So I put together just analysis of the late pick 5 at Gulfstream Park. I added that on in addition to what we have at Los Alamitos, the full card today. So the late pick 5 falls in that time that you're going to be playing Los Alamitos in the race book anyways. Put it in there because, Ralph, like you, I will be going to the windows and playing Los Al and other tracks because that's what I can do.
And that's right. You can do that here at South Point with no problem. And I also want to ask you that I know that you don't have a sheet for Oaklawn today, but I have a feeling that you might have checked out the races there yesterday. What'd you think?
I did. I thought the main track was a little bit dull. You saw it was very fair. You could win from off the pace. You could win inside, outside. I thought it was a good surface. And, we saw guys like Steve Asmussen active. You're going to see the familiar names out there. A lot of action, some good maiden races today, big fields. And when you talk about $140,000 in allowance races, you're going to draw a lot of attention.
And, you talk about day one at Oaklawn Park. I guess Ramon Vasquez made the right decision right off the bat because he wins the stakes race for Asmussen yesterday at Oaklawn. He is a perennial leader over in at Los Alamitos, but decided to go to Oaklawn for the meet there, right?
Yeah, he wins the stake right off the bat and gave a little fist pump after the wire. You could see he was happy to be back there, and he'll do well. He's got a lot of ties.
All right, you got a Los Al sheet today. Give me a winner.
Let's go to race number 8, Ralph. In the 8th race today, number 1, Top Gun Tommy, has been claimed in both starts in Southern California, including by Mark Glatt last time out of a nice win against Softer. Shows up at Los Alamitos on the rail, which concerns a little bit, but there's speed to his outside, and this is a horse that doesn't have to have the lead. I think he falls into a good trip right behind the speed. The way he's in sharp form right now, the 5.5 with the pace setup, I think he gets the job done here. 5-2 in the program. Number 1, Top Gun Tommy, race number 8, Los Alamitos.
All right, John, thanks so much. Can't wait to see you here, but we see you there as well. And have a good day at the races. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right, now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz to wrap it up. We leave on Saturday mornings a little bit earlier. We cut off at about 3 minutes to the top of the hour, so we give Jerry the last call here, that's for sure. Jerry, what cap are you wearing? What does that say?
It says Smarty Jones.
Oh, Smarty Jones, of course.
Guess who gave me that?
I guess, I don't know. Who?
You.
Oh, well. Did
time ago,
I give you a bill for that or something? I mean,
no.
I give it. Okay, all right.
Well, if you remember, we got to that horse in January after he won the Whirlaway, and
that's right. I remember that. That was a good. That was good year. Yeah, you identified it very early and got him not only to win the Kentucky Derby but the Preakness. All right, it's time to get started now because we got to make way for another great show coming up here at the top of the hour. Let's take a look at Aqueduct today.
Yeah, Aqueduct. I'm going to go to the 9th race today, Ralph. Number 7, Fabulous Fox. And we've talked about this over the years, how I seldom pick one number horses, but that's what I call a horse who's only raced once, or one number horse. That's Fabulous Fox. She ran once on October 29th on the turf, going 6 furlongs, just sort of a tour of the course. Today, we're on the dirt, and we're going 7 furlongs. So I really like this Clement horse, first time on the dirt. That's the 7 in race number 9. We'll play the 7, win in place or at 4-1. And then play the 7 over the 2-3-6. Do reverses 2-3-6 over the 7. But the 7, Fabulous Fox, that's my pop-out key and featured play in race number 9.
All right, Jerry. Now, you know what you did. I got a Siraco play happening here because Jonathan Hardoon came early in the day in the show with the number 2 horse. So your selection is the 7 over 2, 3, and 6, and reverse. And the Siraco play is going to be the 2-7, 7-2 exacta box. So thanks a lot for that, guys. All right, time to get to Los Alamitos. Get a pick there.
Yeah. Okay, and here we're going to go over to the 8th race. And we're going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. Yesterday, we did well with an outside post position. We got we got a fantastic overlay, 5-2 in a 5-horse field. That's
great pick.
It's like 10-1 in the 10-horse field. Anyway, we're going to take number 6, El Diablo Rojo. Pair us up. Really off a layoff. The horse raced on October 14th, then had one of these 1,000-foot races over at La Salle in the daytime. The nice little tune-up for today. I love the horse. I think this gelding sort of lays over these. So I'm going to take number 6 over the 1, 8, 9. Do reverses 1, 8, 9 over the 6. But the 6, El Diablo Rojo, that'll be our featured play in pop-out key in race number 8.
Well, I know one thing, Jerry. You don't listen to the show early. You gave me another Siraco play because John Lindo came in the same race in the 8th race at Los Al. He likes the 1, but you like the 6 over the 1, 8, and 9 in reverse. So I got another Siraco play at Los Alamitos. My box is the 1, 6, 6, 1, and that is the 8th race at Los Alamitos. All right, we wrap up the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday at the South Point, but don't go away, folks. If you're watching us on the South Point feed, and don't forget on YouTube, subscribe, and I mean do it now. Coming up next is Jeff Peralz and Alex White in their program. What is it? Sports by the Book. Go ahead and say it, Jerry, quick.
Have a great race day, everybody.